Hey, Anthony. Morning. How you doing? Excellent. Maestro, always a pleasure to have you. And always a pleasure to have Steve Ryan. You know Caitlin Balsall. Caitlin, that's one of the greatest marketing minds in the history of the greater Peoria area. Caitlin's our registrar, assistant chief curator. What's your brother doing? So he is, after 25 years of having run Chamberlain, been hired by ATS as their first in-house. Oh, he's made the move through corporate work. Great. Jeff Owens. You know, you should know him. This firm and that firm and that firm. We do all the work. I need somebody. Yeah, they're a big operation. 3,500 employees around the world. Yeah, Matt worked for them for years. And he was like the IT guy from Greenville, South Carolina. Oh, wow. He's sitting in his little office at ATS. You're speaking. I am. Diane and I are talking.
Good morning, everyone. We will be beginning this program in just a minute. If everyone will take your seats, get into the bowl, get closer to the speakers. All right, y'all have a great day. Good morning and welcome to the Peoria Riverfront Museum. We are very excited to be making a Titanic announcement today, and to lead us off is the chairman of the board of directors of the Peoria Riverfront Museum, Todd Baker.
Thanks very much. Thank you folks for being here today. It's my pleasure to be the chairman of the board of the Riverfront Museum. It's a great honor to do that, and I get to work with other board members. Some are sitting here. If you'd raise your hand, I'd appreciate it. Other great board members, thank you very much, Gretchen. So a couple things I just want to do. I want to acknowledge our staff who are here. Raise your hand if you're staff. These are the people that make this possible. There's some over here and some over there and some up there. Thank you so much. I also want to thank our friends from Ollie for being here, as well as our friends, please, yeah. As well as our friends from the symphony up over here, the symphony friends. Thank you very much for being here. So just a couple of comments so that I don't spill the beans. T-Rex, Henson, Sharks, America 250, Ken Burns, but yet there's more. Yet there's more. And for the guy who's all about more, I'll just ask John Morris to come on up.
Thank you, Todd. Welcome to the podium, President and CEO of the Peoria Riverfront Museum, John Morris.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Great. What a great day for Greater Peoria. Ollie is in the house. Raise your hand if you're affiliated with Bradley University. Let me just say, congratulations to Bradley University. Congratulations to the Board of Trustees, who has appointed a fearless new leader in Jim Shadid. The relationship that we have with Ollie and with Bradley University over all more than 10 different activities or programs that we do with Bradley University, that relationship is only going to increase. And we'll hear more about how in a few minutes. Today is a day we also welcome the Peoria Symphony Orchestra, one of the oldest symphonies in the United States. Maestro George DeLudo is with us. Executive Director Anthony Murata, and we'll hear from them about some special plans as well. It feels good, ladies and gentlemen, for Greater Peoria to work together. Because as some old friends of mine, young friends of mine, Sharon and John Amdahl, like to say, 1 + 1 = 3. And in this case, I think 1 + 1 + 1 = 10. Let's work together in ways that lift the whole community up, that provide the mission that this museum was founded to do. The board of directors here leads every day with a heart for helping to unleash the full talent and genius of every individual. Gretchen Petrakis, the chair of our development committee and member of our board, is also with us today. And a shout out to our friends just up the street, the Art Guild. Shannon Cox, who's with us, the executive director of the Art Guild, who, while not making a formal announcement today, as we talk about the date that we get rolling with this, that is the time of the art, one of the greatest art fairs in the country, and so yet another opportunity to collaborate. I want to mention a couple of pieces of history. Today is the anniversary of the single largest corporate philanthropic supporter of all of our organizations in history, from Bradley to the Symphony to the founding of the Peoria Riverfront Museum. Caterpillar turns 100 years old today. Right next door at the Doug Oberhelman Caterpillar Visitor Center, they have an open house. I invite you all to go over and give them a high five. They have just announced this morning the appointment of their new CEO, Joe Creed, who himself has Central Illinois roots, and we congratulate Caterpillar on its centennial, and with a deep gratitude for all that it has done and continues to do for a community that calls more Caterpillar employees home here in Greater Peoria than anywhere else in the world. I thought it was worth mentioning their 100th anniversary. April 15th is also, of course, a day we know that our man, Abraham Lincoln, left us. Assassinated on the 14th at a play. He lingered and passed away on the 15th of April, just days before Easter Sunday, as we move into this Easter week, reminiscent actually of that exact week of Lincoln leaving us. We have a new exhibition out front featuring the unbelievable life mask cast in bronze, and that just went up today on April 15th. April 15th is also known as, you're an attorney, you would remember this, as Tax Day. Another tragic commemoration. But today, April 15th, is a day we remember for the tragedy of the sinking of the Titanic. Striking an iceberg late on April 14th, it sinks on the 15th in the wee hours of the morning, 1,500 souls lost. And it has become one of the stories that continues to be told in books, in poetry, in literature, in film. The Titanic is an enormous story for many metaphorical reasons. This loss of the unsinkable is a story that has power to inspire. The tragedy has power to inspire. On September 1, 1985, a naval intelligence officer named Dr. Robert Ballard, while conducting a secret mission for the United States Navy, did what nobody else had ever done. He found the Titanic. 12,500 feet below the surface of the North Atlantic. It was the biggest discovery, maritime discovery, of our time and possibly of human history. It was such a massive story and such a loss with no answer that when he found that, it was just a revolutionary thought for all of us. And so it is really incredible that Kate Skurman, our longtime Chief Strategy Officer, celebrating her 28th anniversary at the Peoria Riverfront Museum, and so much a part of everything we've done. And Anne Marie Miller, our Vice President for Development, who's been clinically obsessed with the Titanic since she was 11 years old. But Kate bumps in to Dr. Ballard. And at an important meeting of museum leaders. And Dr. Ballard says, Peoria, that's the home of Caterpillar. I've been there to visit the cat people. Do some of you remember that? He said, I love Peoria. He said, listen, I'm working on an exhibition I've been wanting to do for years, unveiling the secrets that I've never been able to tell until they were declassified recently. And Kate says, well, Peoria is famous for doing many pioneering, internationally known exhibitions. Why don't we premiere it in Peoria? The world premiere. He said, I like the idea. If it plays in Peoria. And sure enough, ladies and gentlemen, one more major victory for the people we all serve together. Dr. Ballard is bringing his world premiere of Finding Titanic, the Secret Mission, to the Peoria Riverfront Museum, coinciding with the 40th anniversary of his discovery of the Titanic. How cool is that? I think it's amazing. So to tell us more about what's in this exhibition and what we as a museum plan to do with this exhibition is the curator of science here and the planetarium director and the all-around phenomenal part of our team working with Bill Conger, our chief curator, with Zach Zetterberg, our curator of art, with Everly Davis, our assistant curator. But you all know her and love her as we do, and she's our point person on this Finding Titanic exhibition. To tell you more about it, help me welcome Renee Kerrigan.
Thank you, John, and thank you all for being here today for this exciting announcement. Dr. Robert Ballard is an amazing scientist. He's a geologist, a chemist, and an oceanographer. And he has had this truly phenomenal career. In 1977, Dr. Ballard was part of the expedition to the deep ocean where light never touches. And he and his team discovered hydrothermal vents for the first time. Sea creatures that live in the part of the world where no light ever touches, no one had ever seen before. He went on to discover many new phenomena in the deep, deep ocean with his amazing technology of his submersibles. And this is why Dr. Ballard was part of that team, the secret mission to go discover the 2 Navy sunken submarines. And then in the remaining time of his 31-day mission, after he had discovered these lost Navy submarines, he used the Titanic as his cover story, and he went on to find the lost Titanic. His mother, it was such a phenomenon, his finding the Titanic. It was made international news. He was all over every media outlet about it. And so he kept the Navy's secret very well. But his mother, after he had finished this big media campaign, went on to say to him, Bob, it's kind of a shame that you found that rusty old boat. No one is ever going to remember all the scientific contributions you made. The only thing you're going to be remembered for is finding that rusty old boat at the bottom of the ocean. Dr. Ballard says moms are always right. That has stuck with him his whole life because he has gone on to continue to do throughout his career deep sea expeditions, finding these new creatures. He's worked with students to do live streams of the deep ocean and showing them the world under the water that you can't see because there's no light down there. but he has used his technology and his exploration to share it with students throughout his career. And yet, the main thing he is remembered for is discovering the Titanic, which is an amazing accomplishment, but there's many more things that Dr. Ballard has contributed to that this exhibition will help us all learn about, as well as the secret mission to find the Titanic. So to learn more about that, we have a little bit of information about the exhibition to share with you and a few words from Dr. Robert Ballard himself.
You were now at the very spot. It was no longer lost, and it speaks to you, as I think you'll see in the exhibit.
Hello, Peoria. I'm Bob Ballard, oceanographer, naval officer, and deep sea explorer. I'm so excited to invite you to come to Peoria Riverfront Museum this coming September to experience the world premiere of Finding Titanic, The Secret Mission. For the first time ever, we will tell you and show you things you have never seen or heard before about our discovery of the RMS Titanic and the Cold War story that led to its discovery that continues to give up its secrets. Produced by Flying Fish Exhibits and my Ocean Exploration Trust, it's a powerful, behind-the-scenes look at this historic event which became one of the most important maritime discoveries ever made. I can't wait to share this experience with you. See you there.
Come on. That's cool. So I had a chance to bump into Dr. Ballard at a national meeting. By bump into, I mean I happened to sit right next to him at a meeting, and somebody said to me, John, there was 1,000 people in the room. I said, do you know who's sitting next to you? Who? I said, Dr. Ballard. Well, I turned, he was in front of me. I said, Dr. Ballard, it's John Morris. We'd had a couple Zoom calls working on this, and he said, well, is Peoria going to have me or not? And I said, we're going to have you, Dr. Ballard. So Ollie will be making a special announcement here momentarily, but I want to recognize SEFCU. We talked about some of those legacy things that Caterpillar's presence in our community has resulted in. And if you know the history of one of the greatest credit unions on the planet, it begins also as so much of the philanthropy that has helped start our organizations. And with Caterpillar, and on their 100th anniversary, it seems appropriate to recognize that. SEFCU we'll bring forward here in a minute, but I just want to give a huge shout out to the leadership of SEFCU and all you do in helping us bring these major exhibitions in. Help me welcome the person who brings together the philanthropy, is a Chief Gratitude Officer for the museum, our Vice President for Development, Anne Marie Miller.
Thank you, John. As John mentioned earlier, a lot of people know that I have been, I don't know, clinically obsessed, but very passionate about the Titanic since I was very young. But not a lot of people know why that is, and so that's what I wanted to share with you today. When I was in 6th grade, I picked up a book called Finding the Titanic by Dr. Robert Ballard, and it told the amazing story that we've just heard, 73 years after the sinking, countless other attempts to find her, Dr. Ballard and his team finally finds the ship, almost 13,000 feet below the ocean floor, and that was in 1985. I was completely mesmerized by this story. The school librarian, who also happened to be my mom, told me, we have other books like this here in the library. And so I continued to read how Robert Ballard found the Lusitania and the Bismarck and the Yorktown and on and on. But I always returned to the Titanic. And so I proceeded to read and watch anything I could find on the Titanic. And this passion led me to pursue formal education in history and museums, and now a career in the museum field. And so while I am personally very excited to see this exhibition, I'm so excited about the potential this exhibition can have on the next generation. So through our Every Student initiative, thousands of school children in our area will have the chance to learn this extraordinary story, even more in depth and immersively than I did. And I think it really will help spark that same inspiration in them, and like it did for me, and to pursue so much more in history, exploration, science, robotics, engineering. There's so much in this exhibition to really spark that inspiration and imagination, which is what we're all about here at the museum. So thank you to our amazing sponsors. They're the whole reason we're able to bring this amazing exhibition for its international premiere here in Peoria. And so I'm going to invite a few of them up to say some words. First, our presenting sponsor, CEFCU, once again stepping up in a major way to make these wonderful opportunities happen for our community. They've been the presenting sponsor on Art of the Brick, T-Rex the Ultimate Predator, and Sharks, and we're tremendously grateful for their continued confidence in us. Joining us to say a few words is Alicia Hightower, the Chief People Officer at CEFCU.
Thank you. At CEFCU, we are so proud to once again partner with the Peoria Riverfront Museum to bring this exceptional exhibit to the community. We are confident that you, your family, and friends will really enjoy finding Titanic, the secret mission that is opening in September. For many years, CEFCU has proudly supported the arts and educational initiatives, and we cannot wait to share this exciting experience with you.
We are also very excited and grateful for our other major and presenting sponsor on this project, the OLLI program at Bradley, who is the presenting sponsor of Dr. Ballard's trip to Peoria for the opening. And they are here to make an exciting announcement about what he'll be doing while he is here with us in town. So please welcome OLLI past presidents Gary Nelson and Diane Rock.
Good morning. As Anne-Marie said, my name is Gary Nelson. I'm a volunteer at OLLI along with Diane Rock. And on behalf of the 1,200 members of OLLI, we are thrilled to continue our collaboration with the Peoria Riverfront Museum. This time, we will be sponsoring, as part of our Voices and Visionaries program, Dr. Ballard to speak on Bradley University at the campus on September 25th, 2 days before the exhibit opens. Thanks to the generosity of two major OLLI donors, this presentation will be free to anyone who wants to attend. Everyone is welcome to campus to hear firsthand from one of the world's greatest explorers. And exploring is one of the three legs of the OLLI credo, which is exploring, connecting, and learning, values which we share with the museum. Events like this help us open the doors of Bradley to the entire community and share experiences that will inspire and educate our generations.
So whether you're curious about OLLI, which I could go on and on about OLLI, the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute that is at Bradley, and we invite people to join us in that organization, or you're curious to hear the speech on September 25th, we invite you to join us. As Gary said, two generous OLLI donors have made it possible for everybody to come for free. On September 25th, it's going to be held on the Bradley campus, and it's going to be an amazing night. The Ollie members are super excited, and as people hear about it, they'll be super excited. And we can't wait to see you there. And we thank the 2 Ollie donors that have made it possible. And we are so grateful for our partnership with the Riverfront Museum. It's been a wonderful partnership. And we invite you to join us, and we invite you to join Ollie and explore, connect, and learn.
Thank you very much. Other sponsors I want to make sure to recognize today. The Gilmore Foundation, who, as part of their extraordinary $1 million commitment in honor of our 10-year anniversary in 2022, dedicated that funding to securing first-of-their-kind experiences for Central Illinois. And so this is the next in that series of exhibitions sponsored by the Gilmore Foundation. Also, our sponsors, the Merle and Adeline Dargle Endowment Fund for Science and Engineering, set up by siblings Jan and Ken Dargle in honor of their parents. And as I previously mentioned, this exhibition will go a long way in sparking interest in sciences for our students. And then finally, we're very appreciative to a sponsor who wishes to remain anonymous, but we are very grateful to their support, and our Corporate Visionary Society Council, which encompasses several community leaders that have made commitments to supporting our exhibitions and programs on an ongoing basis. So thank you to all of our sponsors for making this amazing opportunity happen for Central Illinois.
I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but this is a big deal. No, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be inviting people from upstate Illinois to come here and all over the region. And if people don't think it's possible to attract people from a national audience to Peoria, Illinois, they weren't here over the holidays when we had every Kermit the Frog fan in America driving hours and hours to get here. Folks, we can do this. Greater Peoria can be unique in all of the cultural world. And one more way we are doing that is with our friends at the Peoria Symphony Orchestra. We have a world-class program just down Water Street from us. And to make a really cool announcement about what the symphony has planned to celebrate Dr. Ballard bringing his exhibition, help me welcome Anthony Murata, the executive director, and George, is George coming forward as well? Okay, well, let's recognize Maestro George Steluto, who's in the house as well. But ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Murata.
Good morning, and thank you. This is really, truly an exciting day for all of us, and I'm really proud to be the executive director of the Peoria Symphony Orchestra, and of course, with me today is Maestro George Steluto, who's an amazing colleague of mine, and board president Brian Borelli. So thank you for being here. It's my pleasure to be partnering once again with the Peoria Riverfront Museum to bring this remarkable experience to our community. We are going to be performing Titanic live in celebration of the museum's opening of the Titanic exhibit. The performance will be on September 27th at 7:30 at the Prairie Home Alliance Theater, and the orchestra will be performing James Horner's musical score from James Cameron's epic 1997 film Titanic. It's really going to be wonderful. It's not going to be any ordinary concert. This is an enormous production. The musicians on the stage will be 97 instrumentalists, along with a 30 to 50 voice choir, soloists of Uilleann pipes, I think I'm pronouncing Uilleann pipes, and whistle soloist, Celtic harpist, and a Cayley band. So it will be really an experience like you've never heard before, really quite exciting for us. We're grateful also to the Gilmore Foundation for helping to underwrite this really epic production that we're endeavoring on. Our relationship with the Peoria Riverfront Museum is a great example of creative collaboration. We always think of this collaboration as collaborate at the right times, stay in your lane when you're supposed to be in your lane, but collaborate when it makes sense. So we've collaborated and joined forces several times before. You might have come to our silent movie last year, Stella Dallas, and we also have another silent film planned in June. So that's very exciting, and it's called Lady Windermere's Fan, so stay tuned for that. Next week, just as far as collaborations is concerned, next week the museum will host John Edward Haas, and he's sort of a renowned American music expert, especially with jazz. And I was watching some videos of him, and I was struck by one of his videos that was talking about creative collaborations like this. And he used a quote from George Bernard Shaw that I really think beautifully sums up what collaboration really is all about. And Shaw says, if I have an apple, and you have an apple, John, and we exchange apples, then you and I will still have only one apple. But if you have an idea, and I have an idea, and we exchange ideas, then each of us will have 2 ideas. So I think that's really poignant and important for us to think about with collaboration. So this is what happens when organizations come together in a smart way. We serve our community in a more expansive way, in a more exciting way. And what John mentioned also with the art fair, so the last weekend of September will be an incredible weekend for Peoria. We'll have the opening of the Titanic exhibit. We'll have the Peoria Symphony Orchestra production of Titanic Live, and we will have the art fair in the park. So it's really, if you're any place in Illinois, you should be in Peoria that weekend. So it's really terrific. So anyway, I just want to thank you all again. Thank John for allowing us to be really partners on this, and really excited to see what late September holds for us. So thank you very much.
Is that enough? Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest collaborative pressers I've ever been a part of. From Ollie, Peoria Symphony, SEFCU, Gilmore, Anonymous, and truly, we're on the right path, folks. Great things are coming, and very proud to be able to bring this. Thank you all for being here. I invite Ollie, invite the symphony, invite SEFCU, invite anybody else who wants. Come down front. We're going to take a group picture with that little screen behind us. Have a great day. God bless you, and keep smiling.